What is up, YouTube? This is Asian with Cards, and who do we have here?
We have Jeremy Williams.
Yeah, what'd you do today?
I got first place. I went 5-1 at the locals.
Okay, where are you playing?
Voiceless. Shout out Casey.
Yeah, gotcha. So go ahead with the deck profile.
Yeah, I'll just get started. So we play 3 low. It's mandatory. It's the starter. It makes a lot of sense. And then we play also the 3 Herald. This is all really standard. I've seen some like branded list cut Herald. I think that's just incorrect because this deck is way too bricky sometimes. We played the 3 Queen because again, same thing. It's mandatory. You want all the ways you can to extend, and this is one of them. There's a lot of times where I myself included, I forget that Queen doesn't need to resolve its first effect to activate in the graveyard, and it's crazy because sometimes if you just open what you need, you just go Queen, they bell it, you get the hand trap out of the way, and you go cool, I'll go Queen. The other thing that's nice about that is you can check for bell a little bit. Because like if you want to go Dynamondo or you feel you need to, this helps check it, where if you can already extend. The one old man, this card's crazy. If you set up Dynamondo and you can get him on the board, I almost all the time make Dynamondo, because they bell it, I still just go into this. And then we just played the standard 4 rituals. I don't like Odd Eyes right now. Maybe with the new support it'll be better, but having to hard make it, I was talking to Casey about this.
Yep.
Having to hard
rituals, so
having to hard make it, it kind of feels like it's just never going to come up. So for hand traps, I'll actually speak a little bit on this. We played Valor, we played Nib, we played Ash, and we played Imperm. I wanted to try Valor today. It was actually really good. I think Valor was a very good card to have in the main. I was debating between this and Bell. I went with this because this locals doesn't have as much fire decks, although I ended up running into like 3. And I didn't lose to any of them, but I got punished one time for ashing. Nib's really good because it's also an engine piece to a degree, if you can, because it's just a free tribute. So I'd always, if you're considering playing Nib in any deck, Voiceless you should. I think it's mandatory. And then this is, crazy, plays around tactics. So we played 3 pre-prep. Just get to the consistent, and 3 pot. I didn't play branded. I'm not opposed to playing branded. I think the branded version is very good. But when I was playing the branded version, I wasn't seeing the branded fusion, and I honestly just was like, well, if I'm not seeing it, why play 42? And it ended up working out. So I upped these. I did lose to Droll one time because I went through this, so you got to be wary of Droll with this, with your hands, but it was, pre-prep is crazy. It's better than pot. I sometimes side out 1 pot and keep in pre-prep. The 3 barrier, and the 2 ritual, and the 1 trap. The trap is crazy. You should always try to set up the trap if you can. The trap is absurd. You only need 2 of these. You can recycle them with the trap, which is part of the reason why the trap's so good. And then the barrier is crazy. There's no reason not to play 3. The targeting sometimes against my round 5 against Joe Bell, this carried. Like we outgrinded through resources, and he was on Fire King, and we just kept grinding. And this just having this up was just too much for him to deal with. And then the last card is Called By. I go back and forth between Called By and 1 for 1. This deck struggles with consistency. You can brick a lot with this deck. My only loss, I bricked in game 3. And I sometimes think 1 for 1 is the way, but also I called by a shifter today, so maybe I just shouldn't cut it. But if you play either or, I get it. So that was the main.
So that was 42 cards?
40.
40. Okay.
The 42 is branded. The extra deck is completely janky. I don't own a Chaos Angel, so I just threw a bunch of cards I thought might come up.
We'll get one from me.
Yeah, maybe I'll get one.
I got
him. Link Rebo and Anima. You should definitely play these 2. Don't play this. It never came up. I had 13 cards in my extra, and I couldn't find anything else better to put in.
Is there a purpose for it? Like, is it?
One time online, someone dropped the Fire Barrier statue on me, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not losing to that card
That's
anymore."
Spicy, actually.
I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not losing that." I was like, "Fuck that."
Why is he playing that? What's that you?
I don't know. It worked, dude. He won the game, dude. So I played 2 Dynamondo. I've seen some people say play 1. If you're playing the branded version again, you should play 1. But I played 2 in pure because you have so much space. Also, just cash. Cash running around grabbing one of these. This card's really good. Helping you clear boards too, because you do the SP line, where if you can get 3 monsters on board, counting the ritual, you go into SP, or you link up into a link 1, and then you go into an SP to help banish some of the field. Shout out Dave. And then you go Dynamondo to clear the last part. So it's really helpful because you can struggle clearing boards a little bit. I played 2 Charmers. Dark comes up a decent amount. Sometimes you want to steal SPs. Lina hasn't come up yet, but like in theory it could if I want to take like in the mirror, if I want to take someone's ritual. So I would definitely play both of these. This don't play. I don't know why I played this. I thought it'd be cute. I guess you could if you wanted to. And SP, definitely play SP if you can. If you can't afford it, that's understandable. But you're probably not playing Voiceless. So I played this because a buddy of mine played it, and like he said, it was Colby. It never came up. This was just a flex spot. Like every now and then, like if I ran into Raid Raptors and I wanted to do something, I'd do that. We also played Typhon. Just the same theory, or going second. You know, it's like it never wins you games, but it keeps you in them, and every now and then it can get you there. But it's just a nice thing to have. The two targets, I did not play Super Poly. Super Poly is bad. So I just played these two targets for Diviner if I wanted to send from extra deck. I really like Entis going second. There's a lot of times where if I already have access to it, I send Entis and like I can pop a free card. And then the last card I played was Baron. This actually came up once. There in a game 2 against a fire deck, I ended up making this plus Skull because I had he negated my low summon back, and I had the old man on board, or I didn't have the old man on board yet, but I had him in hand. So I summoned the old man, and I had Bell in hand, and I normal belled. I used Skull in this to make this, and then I summoned another Skull from deck. So I had 2 Omnis because of that.
Ask me a question, Tony.
Yeah. Is this good in Edison?
Some do, yeah. You can play the Excel line too if you want to. I don't own Excel. I would if I did.
We're still going.
Yeah, honestly. Bell and Droll. These were just coverage because if I wanted to see them against random combo decks, and if I wanted more hate for fire.
Which combo? They're kicking us out. No.
All right, I'll be quick. 3 Cosmic because again, fire decks. Also, it's crazy going first for Floodgates. 3 evenly because I had the space, and I think this card's nuts against like Cash branded. And you can see those decks because they're really like they are prominent and random rogue. So I thought this was really good. And then the only reason
that card's crazy
you should be playing this is Summon Limit, dude. Like Summon Limit is like my win con. Although I didn't see it once today. So I did not see it once today. So you can do it without it, but it's significantly harder.
So really quick, what'd you play against?
Trying to remember my rounds. I played last round. I played against Voiceless. I did lose my last round, so somehow I got first. But round 2 or round, I'll go backwards because I remember. Round 5, I lost to the guy I got second. Round 4, I played against Joe Bell on Fire King. Won that. Round 3, I played against there were 6 rounds. 6 played Voiceless. 5 played Joe Bell. 4 played another Fire King. Round 2, I had played one more Fire. I don't remember the rest.
All right.
So,
Thanks for the.
I did play Vanquish Soul round 1. I did play Vanquish Soul round 1.
Thanks for the profile.
Of course, man.